The man and the woman, the two inhabitants of the world that are divided since the origin of the planet. It has always been the man who has backed up the presumed inequality between man and woman. He has always considered the woman as inferior since the prehistoric age, where he was the only chief and was responsible of hunting and of the survival, while the woman had to take care of children and house. With the passing of time, the situation has worsened even more. Women have no right, no consideration, no value. They have to obey to the male power, so they often choose monastic life in order to escape to this hell. However, the evolution of female figure in the world has begun when some personalities, such as Joan of Arc, has shown the courage to fight for claiming the right of women to have a dignified life. Women who have testified the importance of the equality between the two sexes can be found in particular in the artistic world. One of the most significant symbols of the international feminism is Artemisia Gentileschi. She was a little enfant prodige who supported the feminist battle thanks to her very expressive paintings that reflected her emotions, her female inner world, suffering from the violence of men. Susanna Vecchioni of 1610 is the first innovative wellness reports the dramatic situation that a young woman had to accept every day because of the cruelty of some lascivious men. Another painting, which is a symbol for the female battle, is Judith beheading Holofernes of 1612. The unconventional crudeness and pictorial violence of this painting perfectly testify the brave desire of the woman to rebel against the misogynist and disgusting male vision that considers women as a pure sexual object. Another important female figure is Elisabetta Sirani. She was a celebrated painter. Her modern style, very virtuous, made her works the most refined paintings that were appreciated by the entire Italy and Europe, and in particular inspired the future artists. Elisabetta Sirani has passed to the history because she opened the Academy of Drawing, the first artistic school attended by male and female artists. With her teachings, she changed the traditional teaching method, which obviously excluded the possibility for women to make art. When it comes to women in the world of art, it is impossible to talk about of Jane Austen, the perfect writer of women. She was intelligent, acute, smart, natural, who courageously wrote about the habits of people of her time. Her writing is easy, simple but realistic, fresh, and eternally inspired the women's lives. Virginia Woolf said she is the most perfect artist among women thanks to her immortal works. The greatest Jane Austen's novel is Pride and Prejudice. In this novel, Jane Austen described the two female types of that epoch. The first one, grounded to the traditional habits of the society, which imposed to women just some good manners and decorum. And the second one, the brave, the proud, and the rebel woman who wants to rise and face a misogynist world, is free and is independent. Another significant and innovative female figure is Jane Eyre, the romantic heroine described by Charlotte Bronte. This innovative and exclusive figure is supreme because for the first time underlines a woman who bravely copes with her fragile heart and emotions in order to value her moral and virtuous uprightness. Amantine Aurore Lucille Dupin, better known as George Sand, was another great woman in the artistic world. During her whole life, she battled for the equality of sexes. She was a rebel. She wore male dresses. She rode a horse, smoked cigars. She used to converse about improper arguments, and she has always fought for claiming a right of woman to love freely, who she wanted, putting her own happiness at the first level, against the boring social conventions of that time. She liked the passionate and extreme love, of which she talked in her autobiographical novel, Lélia, the story of a woman who explicitly declared herself unsatisfied of her lovers. Madame de Lafayette and Madame de Sévigné have been other two significant figures exclusive for the evolution of the woman in the art. Madame de Lafayette and her novel, The Princess of Clèves, is the first modern psychological novel, which underlines a new noble spirit of the woman who is able to resist to temptations in order to respect pure moral principles. Madame de Sévigné has become famous thanks to her epistolary, which testifies the ability of women to write about everyday life with simplicity and spontaneity. Thanks to these women, the women of today can write and paint freely. We have to be grateful to them because they have affirmed their possibility to study, to make art, so that to be worthy to be woman.